I'm Maeve. Today's Thursday. Welcome to your Pocket News, where we're talking about China, active volcanoes and chewing gum. So let's go. We often talk about China. Whether we're referring to the Chinese takeaway that we had for dinner or our passion to visit Shanghai, the Chinese culture is alive in all of us. Well, this week can't slip by without mentioning Chinese politics and its relation to Europe. As you might have heard, the 10th annual EU-China summit took place in Beijing this week. EC President Barroso brought up inevitable global issues like climate change, energy security and development in Africa. With regard to language, we are light years away from China, but that won't stop China and the EU working together for a safer, stable and peaceful world. But on a negative but realistic note, the summit was overambitious. Do you really think that we can work together with China in all of the following fields? Environment, agriculture, transport, customs, education, information, science, technology, space, agriculture, education, sustainable development, mass weapons and economy? There's already been a big discussion about the trade imbalances between the strength of the euro against the yuan, so it's probably best to take things one by one. Time will tell whether the EU-China summit was a success or not. Progress will show whether the two continents can work together on the climate issue or not. So for the moment, let's focus on what's already been done. The very active search engine Google has just announced that it will invest hundreds of millions of dollars to develop renewable energy and reduce their own power bill. Engineers, researchers and specialists will be hired to investigate solar, wind and geothermal technology. In Morocco, a gay marriage has no legal value. In Morocco, a gay marriage is condemned. And I stress that this week as 6 people have just been arrested for publishing a video in YouTube. The latter depicted the afters of a wedding of 2 Moroccan men. According to law, the culprits could find themselves behind bars for up to 3 years. Authorities often turn a blind eye, but they were so upset by the image on YouTube of the newlyweds dressed in traditional wedding dress with veils. It's a lack of respect to law and the Islam religion, they felt. But I question, is it not a lack of respect to condemn human rights, whether gay or straight? It has a population of 313,000. It's situated in Northern Europe and stems from Viking and Norse roots. Hot springs, geysers, active volcanoes and Björk have made it famous. I could only be talking about Iceland. The chilly northern continent is seemingly the best place to live in the world. The annual United Nations Human Development Report went to print this week, revealing Iceland is the most developed and prosperous country in the whole world and the 4th most productive per capita, thanks to its service, finance and fishing industry. Norway, Australia, Canada and Ireland were next, whilst Portugal, Cyprus and Slovenia were the worst. The Human Development Index report is an annual report that analyses life expectancy, literacy, education and standard of living, so I'm inclined to trust in its results. But with all due respects, I'm still by no means tempted to pack my bags and build myself a little life in Iceland. And finally, barter is trading without the use of a medium of exchange. I'll give you this top if you give me your jumper. Although I've always considered it as old-fashioned, looks like it's making its comeback in Europe. In Romania, cashiers who are short of change have found an alternative. Instead of giving back the money that you're owed, you get chewing gum, tissues, sugar or paracetamol. Well, that's all for today, Thursday. I'll see you again tomorrow when we talk about AIDS in Euro Pocket News. Bye-bye.